My name is Monkey J and welcome to the Monkey Cage. In this video, I'll be telling you guys the number one mistake that everyone makes when they first get started with game dev, including myself. And if you get rid of this one problem, I can assure you that you will be successful in game dev. I think I'm doing something right now, because I think I'm on track right now, because I got rid of this one problem and I saw a huge boost in my growth as a game developer. Here's the thing, we all dream of creating the perfect, amazing AAA kind of game. Like we play Last of Us or Days Gone or God of War and all these amazing games, and the number one thing that inspires us is aesthetics of the game, or it could be the gameplay, and then we feel like creating our own God of War or our own Days Gone, our own Last of Us, our own Uncharted. The problem is that these games are built by huge teams, and I mean huge, like hundreds of employees crunching away, unfortunately, but crunching away to create these games for you, for us, for me. And it's not just one developer. And that's the problem. Like we have these huge goals of creating games like God of War, Uncharted, and Last of Us, and all these amazing games. I can just keep going on and on. It's not just one guy. I'm not saying that you can't create games like this. I've seen some incredible games built by solo developers, but the problem is it takes a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline. But if you're first starting out with game dev, I really and sincerely request you, do not get started with a AAA kind of idea. Just scratch it away. Just completely get rid of it. Go back to the drawing board and come up with something like Flappy Bird. Yeah, Flappy Bird. Freaking Flappy Bird. Who would have thought that a game like Flappy Bird would go viral? Insanely viral. Right? Millions of people played that game. It's because Flappy Bird did something right. It created a viral concept of like a weird mechanic of like trying to control a bird between, Flappy Bird. It's weird, right? The mechanic is not something that you've seen much before. Therefore, it created like sort of an aggressive behavior in the gamer, thus making it viral, because like they kept showing it to their friends. So all I'm saying is that you should go back to the drawing board and come up with a simple game that creates enjoyment when the player plays the game and creates a sense of excitement, right? They must look forward to their next gameplay. And 3, it just needs to have something unique about it. It can be gameplay mechanics, it can be the environment, whatever it is. That's it. That's all you need to get started in game dev. You don't need to create the next God of War or the next Days Gone or the next... I can just keep going, you guys. Right? I did this mistake as well. When I first got into game dev, I tried to create the next X. The next game, next favorite game of mine. And that didn't work out. And that's because it's not easy as a solo developer to stay committed to a huge project like that. Eventually, you'll get to a level where you can build bigger games. But when you're first starting off, start with something really simple to make. Something that you can get started with immediately and ship it out the door. Because the most important thing when you're building a game is that you finish the game. You gotta finish the game, you gotta put it out there. You gotta get it in the hands of the end user. And if you don't do that, your game is a failure because it's stuck on your hard disk. It hasn't left your computer, and that's the problem. To make sure that we become successful in game dev, we gotta figure out a way to ship it out of our computers, to get it out there. The number one thing you can do to make that happen is to make sure that the game is small enough but exciting enough to be published. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's Monkey J signing off from the Monkey Cage.